Hi, thanks for coming by to learn about balance 1 versus 1 PvP. In this episode, we're going to learn about how to deal with myth wizards because that's hard, especially from second. So this is a match where people would say is probably pretty fair because it's captain versus captain, and we both are around the same level, maybe in fact the same level. I am going second. This is my curse. And that's really not a good situation when you're going against Myth, because Myth has stuns, they have double hits, and of course you see that he has a Medusa pet, so what I need to get is a stun block right away. Sometimes you can double shield, but from second, that's really hard. So what can you do? The only thing really you can do is just try to put on a lot of weaknesses. Sometimes they bring out the Cyclops, but you see here, he's putting up Vengeance. What that means is that the pet probably has a critical talent. Because if you're putting up Vengeance and your pet doesn't have a critical talent, then probably it's not going to work out for you. So what this means is that if he does go critical, it's a one-shot hit. I'm going to lose a match based on critical, based on luck, basically. So if you want to go as a critical strategy, it is luck. If he does manage to go critical with this Orthrus, which, it's a double hit, I can't do anything about it, I will not be able to recover. But in this case, it doesn't go critical. So this is what I can do. I can put on weaknesses. I can try to put on the same weakness. I can try to stack weaknesses. It's still pretty hard. What I have to do really is just make sure I heal up. What you do is you look at the hit, and then you say, wow, I better not get under this certain amount, because at that point he can just, he will win. So I have to be careful to make sure that my health is always up, so that I have those heals and that I can not be in that kill zone, basically. So I think he had like one blade or maybe no blades on there. And also, this is hard for me to fight because I use the myth bubble as a defense against other schools, and also because I use it myself. So if I actually got my Cyclops minion out, then maybe that would be helpful. But right now, this myth bubble not helping, because I'm not even sure if I can get to that state. It looks like even at the halfway mark, I'm just trying to stay alive. I am just defending and healing at this point. And that was interesting that he had a small hit to get rid of the tower shield, because usually, unless they're going to do Medusa, they don't really care about that tower shield. Most of the time they use Basilisk, or they use something like Orthrus, or what I use, which is the Frenzied Minotaur. So, I have to worry about that. I'm going second. There's no easy way for me to shield myself from myth hits. However, I do see that his pips are pretty bad, but Balance always has better pips than myth. Anyway, so in this match, actually, I did not use Heartsteel, and Heartsteel does tend to give me white pips, because all it does is give you defense. So here comes the Basilisk. He's not trying Vengeance anymore, but, still have to worry if there was a blade on there. Right now, I am using a pet that is basically damage, so it does not do much in the healing. But luckily, I was keeping around that triage treasure card just in case. There are some schools where you really have to worry about that. That would be fire if they do a Heck Hound. Ice if they do a Snow Angel, and Death if they use Skeletal Dragon. But mostly, if any school has a dot that is a big attack, they tend to use it. And with Life, it would be a Spiny Soar if they happen to have that treasure card, but those are kind of rarer than gnomes. So this minion is the 0-pip minion that will just throw out different types of 1-pip spells. And I could wand it off, but I have a blade and I don't really want to get rid of my blade. So I'm just going to try to heal up. And try to set up for my attack. Maybe try to establish a minion if I can, because the minion will save me sometimes. Though it does not give spirit shield, so it's really hard against Myth. Something like ice or fire, it will tend to give. So here I was lucky. The pet happened to give a fairy. I noticed that when you just have one heal on a pet, it really doesn't heal very much. And here goes my attack. And it turns out that he doesn't have a lot of resist. So I did stack those infections, and that's going to pay off. And it's going to just depend on how fast can he heal. I am going to use a bigger attack in case he puts on a tower. I don't know what spell that was going to be. It definitely wasn't a Medusa. So whatever it was, it fizzled. And that is it. So I maintain my captain score. This is his gear. He's Magus level 30. And he's still using like a level 5 crown gear, so that's kind of strange. The pet is still pretty decent. So next time we're going to do 2 matches against a Warlord, and going first and going second. And be sure to check out my playlist and subscribe to Wizard101.